Morning. It's Thursday, football day, Thursday night football. I just want to talk very quickly about your next assignment. Let's enunciate, and that is to write a pitch letter. A pitch letter is much like a sales letter, much like a cover letter that you're going to do many times during your career. Not to say that you're going to be looking for lots of jobs, but you may end up moving from place to place, career to career, business to business. So you always want to have a fresh cover letter. And a pitch letter is very similar. It's going to have basically four paragraphs. AIDA are the acronyms for the four paragraphs. That stands for attention, interest, desire, and action. Those four paragraphs are generally the standard template for what people use to make a pitch. So the first paragraph, attention, is to get your reader's attention. Keep in mind that this cover letter, this pitch letter, has got to be short. Everything we do today has to be concise. Don't use 7 words when 4 will do, because we have very short attention spans. So you've got to grab them in the very first paragraph. So your very first paragraph, in the journalistic term, it has to be your lead. It has to be very dramatic. It has to grab them. It could be one sentence if that's all you need. So the attention is to get their attention. So if you're pitching a big corporate giant on sponsoring your stadium, you would say something along the lines of, imagine the New England Patriots playing at Apple Field. And that's how you start. Or imagine your executives and your guests sitting in their dedicated suite at Apple Field watching the New England Patriots play. That's what we want to get to. Just that first question is the sentence. Your second paragraph is interest. So hopefully you've gotten their attention. Now you have to build their interest. Their interest is to talk a little bit about what you're going to do for them. And that's where we incorporate what's known as the you attitude. You attitude is that we do everything for you. What are we going to do for you? Because the question that the client or the person to whom you're writing the letter is going to ask is, what's in it for me? What do I get out of this? So if you're asking me for something, what do I get? So you say that in the second paragraph is, this stadium will be designed to incorporate your favorite features, your brand, your image, and to involve your customers. So everything in there is you. If you look at advertising today, the best slogans, with the exception of maybe Just Do It and I'm Loving It, incorporate the word you. We do it all for you. You are our customer, or we think about you, things like that. Look at some of the slogans. Look at some of your favorite brands and see if there's a word, see if the you is in there. I'm Loving It, which is McDonald's, is kind of that way because it involves a personal experience. Just Do It, same thing. We're telling you to just do it. So all these things involve around you. So that's where we talk about you attitude is very important. So that's your second paragraph. Again, very short, 2-3 sentences. The third paragraph is desire. So the desire is what we call the central selling theme. That's the money factor. In this paragraph, you include the features and benefits. So if I'm asking for $20 million, you tell them why you want that $20 million. What are the features and what are the benefits? So in this third paragraph, you would say, what we're asking for an initial commitment is $20 million for the first 10 years, a year. With that commitment from you, we will offer you the following. We will offer you the following plus many other items. And then you include 3 bullet points or 4 bullet points if you want about the items that you would include. Name, signage on the stadium, logo on everything, all that kind of thing. So that's what you would do in that third paragraph, which is desire. So you always include what you're asking for, and then you include what you get from that, at least a summary of what you get from that. The fourth paragraph is action, and that is where you want them to basically pull the trigger. You ask for a sense of where they're at, and then you're going to follow up with them. So the fourth paragraph might start with, we are very interested in partnering with you and would like to see if we could put this together for the 2021 season. We would like to have your name incorporated into our stadium or incorporated onto our uniforms as soon as possible, and conduct a significant press announcement in conjunction with that. So I would like to contact you at your convenience. However, I will follow up within a week to see when we may schedule that appointment. So you always want to follow up. You are in control, so you would always include that. It's the same thing in a cover letter. If you were writing to a particular human resources manager, director, whatever, you would say in your fourth paragraph, I look forward to the next steps. Don't ever say, I would love to work for you, because you don't want to put love in there. You just want to say, I look forward to the next steps towards working for your company, or towards the selection process. And I will follow up with you next week or within the next 7 days to determine when would be a good time to set up that appointment. You always want to take the aggressive position. So, and many times when you do that, people will go, okay, if this person's going to call me, I'm going to take their call. I always do that. I'll put their resume on my desk. If they call me within 7 days, I'll take their call. If they don't, they're flakes. I'll throw away their cover letter. So you always want to make sure that you deliver on your promises. So that's what you want to do. So those are the 4 paragraphs. You always end with a friendly close. The friendly close is, thank you for your consideration. We look forward, or we would very much like to have Apple involved with us. And then you sign off cordially, 4 spaces, and then your name, title, and cell phone, and email and cell phone number. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to put up a format for this pitch letter, and I'm going to put up an example of a pitch letter that my students did last semester. I had 2 students, both student athletes, and I'm working with them to try and raise money for Chapman athletes to pay for all of their equipment. And these 2 students are working on that project. And so they have written a very nice pitch letter and some collateral that goes with it. So I'm going to put that up. That'll be underneath the video. So you'll see those examples. You'll see the example of the pitch, the steps to the pitch letter underneath that as well. The assignment will be up under your assignment. It's a standard prompt. So you'll see that. Grammar counts. You need to do single-spaced paragraphs, flush left. You need to follow the proper procedure for a cover letter in this pitch letter. In this case, you're going to select whatever team whatever corporate sponsor. You're the team. You can pick whatever team you want. You can pick a soccer team. You can pick baseball, football. You can be a collegiate sport. You could be an up-and-coming league, whatever you want. You have to pick that on your own. You pick a corporate sponsor. Okay, so it could be, like I said, Apple, Amazon. It could be LinkedIn. It could be any company you want to pick that would make sense to connect or to be a good corporate sponsor for that team or league that you are thinking that you represent. Okay, so again, you're the team. You're asking for corporate support for your stadium, your uniforms, your project, whatever it is. Okay, a couple other things real fast. Speaking of Apple, they are now getting into the fitness business. I just thought this was interesting. For $29.95, you can now download what's known as Apple One, and it includes a package that bundles TV, music, news, games, cloud, and a new fitness service called Fitness Plus. Wow, everybody's doing the plus. And that's going after Peloton. So Peloton is going to be probably crushed by Apple's commitment to getting into the fitness game. Speaking of Plus, CBS All Access, that's another streaming service you may not have heard of, but they also have original programming and all of CBS content. They've just changed their name. It's going to happen in the spring to Paramount Plus. So Paramount is the movie studio that they own. CBS and Viacom are partners. and Viacom owns Paramount. So they're going to partner together, and they've already partnered. I mean, they're all one bundle. They're all one corporation. So it's going to be Paramount Plus. So apparently, over the top OTT, all streaming services seem to be adopting the plus as an indication or a symbol of what they are. So that, just wanted to pass that on to you. Those are things that are happening on a daily basis. So streaming video is big. So anyway, that's it. Again, that assignment is due November 12th. If you have any questions, you know how to reach me. Thanks for listening, and see you next Tuesday.